Now, cybersecurity experts say you shouldn't be too relaxed on social media.
They warn you could put something out there that could compromise you. New tonight, 13 News Now reporter Chanu Her with 3 easy ways to protect yourself.
It's been in headlines across the nation recently. Online hackers targeting social media users. Experts believe some may be connected to Russia. On Tuesday, social media giant Facebook announced it had detected a covert campaign to influence November midterm elections. 32 fake accounts had been created between March 2017 and May 2018. As the work of online hackers reached social media users, ECPI University CIS professor Scott Gibson,
we teach our students how to recognize those types of things,
warns that people should be aware of what goes on internet profiles and just being aware of what networks you're using, especially public Wi-Fi networks.
Do not trust other people. Just don't do it.
Scott Gibson says, for example, with your Facebook profile, sure, you may want to be friends with a lot of people and connect, but just be smart. For example, with your personal information, don't put up things like your phone number or where you live. As far as the settings go, don't be afraid to get in there and look around. It could be very helpful.
Be curious of the settings. Most people are not curious. They're scared to get in thinking they're going to break something. You're not going to break anything.
He also encourages people to change passwords frequently and use phrases instead of something short and simple. Limiting your online circle could save you a lot of trouble.
Always lock it down to where you're only allowing family and friends that you know.
In Virginia Beach, Chanu Her, 13 News Now.